everyone. I just got done doing like a mini mommy workout, and I cooled off a little bit, so I'm not sweaty anymore, but I'm stinky, and I wanted to do a story time, but I wanted it to be a little bit different, and I got inspired by Karen's video. If you don't know who I'm talking about, I can link her channel below. She's like I'm sure you've heard of her. She's amazing. If you haven't heard of her, then go check her out. She's like a big time YouTuber. Well, big time compared to me, but anyways, I decided to do a story time kind of vlog style. So it's gonna be a get ready with me story time. Yeah, I'm just gonna hop in the shower. I'm all over the place. My arms hurt so bad, so I can barely hold my camera up. And Ari is awake, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna scooch your woocher in. Yeah. There we go. So she's gonna chill here while I get in the shower. I have to move my sandwich bath. So yes, she'll be sitting there, she'll be fine. I'm not gonna take a long shower, so we will be good. Anyways, yeah, so here we go. So yeah, here we go. Hope you enjoy the video. Just got out of the shower. I got my red on red. I didn't even think this matched like that, but it's just a coincidence. Anyways, I got out and Ari is very mad. She's quiet right now because she can see me and I'm talking, but she is mad. So let's grab her. Let's grab the princess. Yes, let's grab the princess. Whew. It's pretty hard to do because of my mommy's big old workout. Big old 20-minute gains. I feel so much better. Nothing like a good shower, even if your baby is crying through half of it. Hopefully she's not fussy throughout this whole video, because that will be very hard. Huh? Yeah. Okay, bye guys. Okay, see you in a few. Okay. Now, have to turn off my fan. And it looks like I'm gonna have to turn this down too. Okay. So, I'm just gonna put on my earrings. I don't really know what story to tell. I think I could do, well, I plan on doing, how I found out I was pregnant. So, let's just do that one. Okay, so I got pregnant in July. I got pregnant in July with Ari, and okay, so I was living here with, sorry, I don't know where to start it, because I was living here with my mother. Me and my boyfriend at the time were like, we were like off and on, and we had like a crazy relationship, so I decided to come live with my mom. And while I was living with my mom, I also decided to start to go to school. So I was going to school to be an addictions worker. So it's kind of like an addictions counselor, but one step down. Like you would do like their entry work and stuff. So I decided to do that. But I would still go and visit him. And I went and visited him one weekend in July, and the baby making process happened. And then probably like 3 weeks later, it was in August, it was probably like the middle of August. Is it August right now? Oh yeah, so it's been it's been a year since I found out I was pregnant. That's really cool. Anyways, so 3 weeks later, I didn't get my period. My periods are really inconsistent though. Like I don't always get it every month at the exact same time. Like usually around the same time, like within like that week, let's say. So like if I get it at the end of the month, I'm always getting it at the end of the month, and I'm pretty sure that's what it was, like the end of the month. And I hadn't got it in July, and I'm like, that's weird. And then middle of August, and I was like, what if I'm pregnant? Like I just have this feeling I might be pregnant. So I was in class that day, and I remember like I could not pay attention because all I could think about was like, okay, I know there's a dollar store right across from my school, in my school parking lot, kind of. And so I was like, okay, I'm definitely gonna go and get a pregnancy test. And I lived like 45 minutes away from my school, so I went and bought 2 pregnancy tests. I bought, if I can find them, I'm pretty sure they fell behind my dresser, but if I can dig them out, then I'll grab them. They still say pregnant on them. But I went to the dollar store, bought 2. That's another reason why I think you should use dollar store ones, because they stay for such a long time. Like it's not disappeared. Like I would be surprised if it does disappear by this point, but anyways, I went and got 2 pregnancy tests, one early detect for $3 and one regular one for $1.50. And I drove home. So when I drove home, I raced upstairs. I literally could not get up the stairs fast enough. So I had to start the fan up again. But yeah, I never have raced upstairs so fast in my life. Like I was so excited and so anxious to just like see if I was pregnant. And I took the I want to look at herself. I took the, she's just gonna be down here on my lap. But I took the $1.50 pregnancy test first because it was in the afternoon, and I knew that first morning's pee is the best pee to take. So I figured if that one was negative, then I'd take the early one the next morning, which is more sensitive. As soon as I took the test, it said pregnant. Like I didn't even have to wait a minute. It said pregnant right away. So I was like freaking out. Like it's so surreal. I found out in the bathroom downstairs at this house, and I was just like, holy balls. Like I just couldn't believe it, because I just couldn't believe it. So then I called her dad like right away, and I remember he didn't answer. He wasn't answering his phone, and I had to leave him a voicemail. And I just said, like, I called him like 4 times in a row and he didn't answer. So then finally I left him a voicemail, and I just said, please call me back. Like, that's how I left it. But before this day, I should say, I told him I thought I might be pregnant, and he said, like, he was okay. Like, he was like, okay, like, you should get a test kind of thing. But it wasn't like any kind of reaction, because it was just me saying, like, I think I'm pregnant. And I remember, like, the days before too, telling my mom, like, what would you do if I was pregnant? Like, before I even took the test, I just had this feeling. And so I took the test, and so yeah, then I left him a voicemail, and I just said, yeah, please call me back. And then while I was waiting for him to call me back, I called my doctor's office right away and made an appointment. I wanted to get a blood test done, but they ended up just telling me to do their pee test, because I guess their pee test is like really accurate, and if you pass that, then like you're pregnant. So so yeah, I called them, and then I waited for him to call me back, which was excruciating because I wanted to tell my mom. It's all happened in like the matter of like an hour and a half. So then he calls me back, and I'm like, I'm pregnant, like, and he's like, I knew it, I knew you were pregnant, that's my baby in there, like, all that stuff. And he was really happy, and I was too. Like, we weren't thinking we would get pregnant, because we were together for 3 years, and I got pregnant once before, and I miscarried, and other than that, we hadn't had a baby, so we just kind of thought it wasn't possible for us, kind of thing. So what was I gonna say? Oh, so we didn't really think it was possible, but we were both super excited. I have to lean back because I don't want any of this powder to get on her. She's right here. So I'm like, yeah, we didn't think we were pregnant, so he was really happy. I was happy too. Right after I got off the phone with him, I called my mom. I think I texted her. I'm pretty sure I texted her. Usually I let this set for longer, but I don't feel like waiting. I'm not doing a lot today, so. So yeah, I called my mom, and I told my mom I'm pregnant, I'm gonna go get a doctor's appointment, or I have my doctor's appointment. I think I had it for like the next day or something crazy like that. And yeah, so my mom was just like, she was surprised, and she was just like, okay, like, she didn't really have a reaction. I think she was just kind of like, okay, like, you're pregnant. And then I think once I got into my, like, the end of my second trimester, or like my second, yeah, probably the end of my second trimester, she was excited for me or whatever. But like, she was never mad or disappointed. I was 20 years old at the time, so it's like, I'm young, but I'm not like, you know, in high school or anything like that. So it's not like, I was in college, and I did want to finish and get my degree, but I did end up not finishing and dropping out. But yeah, so yeah, that's how I found out I was pregnant. And then my dad, he lives in Arizona, and he just kind of found out, I think, more so through social media when I posted it and said I was. So I don't think anyone was really surprised, because I had already told people, like my parents, I was pregnant a time before when I had my miscarriage. I'll have to do a story about that. That's actually like a really hard story. But yeah, so it was traumatizing then, and I think that's when I got the real reactions. But with Ari, it was like, okay, we know you're pregnant, but I think, like, just like me, they were thinking, well, let's get through the first trimester and then see. So yeah, that's how I found out I was pregnant. And then I went to the doctor and did my pee test, and they said, you're for sure pregnant. And they asked me about my options, if I wanted to terminate, and of course that was never ever a question in my mind. I always wanted a baby. I prayed for her before she came. She's been a big part of my life. I love her. Now that she's here, I feel more complete, and all I want to do is buy a big old farm and fill it with children and animals, and just be a mom, a full-time mom. I love being a mom. I really feel like that was what I was meant to do in life. And even though, like, that sounds so generic and people say that all the time, it's so true. Like, I just don't see myself doing any of that. I know that if we end up not having anyone in our lives and it's just me and Ari, I will have to work, unfortunately. But I don't know, I just really feel like I was put on this earth to be a mom, and when she got here and every day since, I've just felt complete. Like, don't get me wrong, I feel lonely sometimes because I don't have many people in my life, but I really do love being a mom. But yeah, anyways, that was a pretty long video. I don't think I'm gonna do much more. I think I'm gonna put on a little bit of mascara, and that's it. I'm gonna do a natural look today. So, foundation, concealer, and mascara. And she's trying to get my mascara bottle.